Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle. For those of you who are brand new around here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. If you are new and you like things like thrifting and homemaking and things like that, please consider hitting that subscribe button and giving this video a thumbs up. Today on the channel, we are actually going to be doing a thrift my home video. So this was actually something that I was thinking about just recently. So if you have been paying attention to my channel for a while, or even if you're new, this will be new information for you. But we have been in the throes of remodeling our third floor of our 1913 beautiful home. And we are turning it into a very large master bedroom slash, it's gonna have like a little nursery inlet type area for our son. I'm currently 9 months pregnant, so our son is literally on his way. He will be here any week now. And we are setting all of that up, and I have been trying to find ways to kind of save money by being thrifty, and even more so saving money by being thrifty by just thrifting my home. So a lot of people will say like, let's shop your home or something like that. And I was like, wow, I should really go through some of the different areas of my home and see if there are things that I was considering getting rid of, or maybe haven't used or haven't liked in the past, but maybe my style has changed and it has something that has come back into style, or something that I really feel like could get some use now that we have this brand new space in the house. So I went through my home and I was actually surprised at the amount of things that I was able to thrift my own home for, because I think not only are these things lovely, part of me was like, why have I not been using these? But the other thing is that it's gonna save us a nice chunk of money when redecorating the different spaces in our home. I actually found some things that I want to put in our living room. I found some things I want to put in our new master bedroom. I found some things I want to put in the nursery. So I am super excited to show you guys what I found in my home as I just kind of wandered through all the different levels. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so for this first item, this item is actually the thing that made me think about this video to begin with. So we have a lamp in the corner of our living room that is on like a timer. So it lights up the corner of our living room, but also B, it turns on. And just in case we're not home or whatever, it's always kind of constantly on. I think it turns on around like 4 or 5 o'clock and then goes off at like maybe midnight or something like that. And we bought it when we first bought this house. It's silver and it's got like a little bulb, glass bulb in the middle of it. And I really liked it when we bought it. And honestly, I bought it to match our standing lamp that we have on the other side of our living room. But here's the thing, both of them kind of feel just outdated or out of style, if you will, in this space. And my son actually kind of broke the standing lamp. He didn't break the piece itself, but he broke the kind of glass basin that the light bulb sits in. So it's just kind of been sitting there without any sort of fixture around it. It's just like an open light bulb. And I had been looking for a glass piece to replace it, but I haven't really found anything that I like, nor do I even kind of really like the lamp anymore. So I was like, well, if we're gonna change out the standing lamp, and I don't really like the lamp on the table anymore, like I feel like it's out of style, like maybe I'll just change that as well. So I was looking on Amazon, trying to see if I could see anything, like if I was going to thrift stores, trying to see if I see anything. And then I remembered I had this lamp that I bought, I don't know, 15 years ago. And since we've moved into this house, I don't think I've ever actually used the lamp. And I'll show you why in a sec. But this is the lamp, okay? So I think I never really used this because I didn't like the shade. And I did like the shade when I bought it like 15 years ago, but I didn't really like the shade anymore. But I kind of actually fell back in love with the actual stand of the lamp. And the shade that we have on the silver lamp is just a plain creamy shade. And so I was like, why don't I just switch the shades out, and then I can get rid of this shade, give this to Goodwill, and possibly even give the silver lamp to Goodwill as well. So this actually I feel like will fit kind of the aesthetic that I'm going for in the living room and the little table that that lamp sits on in the first place. I think this will be a much better fit. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna swap them out so that I don't have to buy a new lamp for that area, and I don't have to even thrift a new lamp for that area because I just thrifted it through my house. So the next thing that I am thrifting in my house, so this is an item that I actually think my mom bought for me like when I was in high school, and I loved it in high school. It was a lamp that I had next to my bedside table in high school, and then it kind of just got lost in the shuffle of life. Like it went up to the 3rd floor, which we haven't really used as anything but kind of like a catch-all space for the past 10 years. And there was parts of me in different seasons that actually really wanted to give it away to Goodwill because I was like, I don't know if it's really my style or my taste anymore. But now that I've been sitting on it for a little while, I actually think it's gonna be the perfect lamp in the nursery. So I have this kind of vintage-esque looking Tiffany's lamp, and it's got more masculine colors in it, which I really appreciate and whatnot. It's just on the, it's very dusty. Listen, I've literally not touched this lamp in a gazillion years, but I just think this is gonna be so perfect in our son's nursery as like a little side lamp so that I don't have to turn the whole ceiling light on. That's the one thing I feel like we're missing in our current son's nursery is like a small lamp for like bedtime, because I feel like when we have the overhead light on at night when we're getting ready for bed, it doesn't really decompress him. It just gets him excited to play upstairs in his room. So I definitely love the idea of having this lamp. I could even put this in his room for a little while since we're not going to be using the nursery right away. That is definitely a thought, but it's going to go in one of the boys' rooms because I actually think it's going to get plenty of use there. And like I said, we haven't used it in about 10 years now. So I am excited to not have to purchase a small lamp for their rooms, but I will have something to go in one of their rooms for sure. And speaking of the nursery, this is actually just gonna be a really quick thing that I talk about, but if you have not seen my winter thrift haul that I did just last week, I will link that video below. But I had showed y'all that we found a like tiny baseball bat that we were gonna put into our son's nursery. And my husband found the other one that he had. This is my husband's from, I guess, Louisville in Kentucky. It must have been like a vacation he went on or something, or maybe somebody gave it to him at some point. But we talked about how we're gonna have the 2 baseball bats and kind of do like a, oh gosh, I can't do this, X-Crossy style thing with the 2 baseball bats on my son's wall in the nursery because it's kind of like vintagey sports themed. And it just so happened right after I got done filming that video and telling you guys what I wanted to do with that little piece of thrifted decor that I actually found this on our 3rd floor. It had been sitting in a box for probably well over a decade, and I'm super excited to actually get some use out of it and find a purpose for something that we probably would have just gotten rid of otherwise, but now we have some decor for his nursery. Okay, so the next thing that I found for the nursery, and this is kind of a biggie. I found 2 of them. I only brought one of them down here for the video, but I am just amazed that I found this in our house because I had no idea that it existed. So that is this bamboo curtain set shade situation with the, what is it called? Like Roman shades that go behind the bamboo set curtain. So here's the thing. Our current son has the same exact shades in his bedroom, which is right next door, and it's always bothered me that from the front of the house we have different curtains or different shades that you can see from the front of the house, like the windows. They don't match. And for the longest time I just wanted to replace all of the shades on the 3rd floor because there's different shades in every single room, and it just bothers me that they don't match. But then I found these guys tucked in the upstairs closet of our 3rd floor, and honestly I had no idea that they were there. I kind of have a feeling, I could be wrong because maybe we saw these when we first moved in and just took them down, but I kind of have a feeling that the previous homeowners had them up there and then just never took them down, because there were some things that they left behind, which weren't a big deal. We got use out of some of them, and the things we didn't get use out of, we got rid of. But I was like, oh my gosh, these are the exact same curtains. And so the curtains that currently are in his room, I keep saying curtains, but I mean blinds. The blinds that are currently in his room are actually see-through. So I knew that was going to be a little bit of an issue when we were doing nap time and all that kind of stuff. And just like, I don't want them to be see-through. It really wasn't a big deal when it was an office, but it being our kids' room, I really didn't want them to be see-through. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to go out and buy shades, and they're gonna be like so expensive because they're super expensive for just like not even that nice of shades anymore, unless you get like really, really cheap ones. And so I was super, super excited to find 2 of them. There are 2 windows in his room. There are 2 of these that we found on the 3rd floor, and they fit the dimensions of the window absolutely perfectly. There's nothing we're gonna have to do to alter them. So I am just amazed that we were able to find them. And the shades that we have currently in the nursery, we're gonna be able to repurpose for another room in the house that they'll just function better in. And yeah, I'm super excited to not have to buy new shades for his room. Okay, and then the last piece of decor for the nursery that I found was actually this adorable little canoe. So like, I told y'all that like we're kind of going with the concept of sports, but like boating, canoeing, more like boating, but you get what I mean. That is definitely a fun sport. And this in particular is like a little shelf set that I thought was really neat and really cute. It has a hook on the back here, so it just like hangs up on the wall. And I originally got this from a yard sale like, oh gosh, maybe 6 or 7 years ago. And I originally got it for my shop when I used to have inventory and I could like stack things on it. But honestly, I haven't used it in a gazillion years. It's just been wasting away in our basement storage area for quite a long time. And as I was going through things and trying to, I'm like not full on decluttering the basement. If I do that, I will do a video for you guys. If you are interested, let me know in the comments down below. But this has just kind of been hanging out there, and I was going through that stuff so that we have more space to have storage for the things that we're bringing down from the 3rd floor that we don't want to get rid of, but we don't really have room on the 3rd floor to keep them. And I found this little boat again, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so cute in his room, in his little nursery. I can put like cute pictures or something fun, little books or something on here, and this would be such a fun little added piece of decor for his nursery. So I'm excited to actually get some use out of this finally and not just need to give it away. All right, the next item that I found was this basket. Now, this basket has been in my current closet, I think since I moved in, and I don't think I've ever touched it, not once. It used to have like hair products and whatnot in it, but I never, originally when we bought the house, that room, the room that is the nursery, that then became the office, no. The room that is going to be the nursery that has now previously been the office, before it was an office, it was my dressing room. So I did used to get ready in that room for our like regular life stuff. Now that we are moving into being a family of 4 and we only have 1 full bathroom on the 2nd floor, I'm moving the majority of like my get ready items up to the 3rd floor with us. I'm gonna have a vanity to get ready up there. And this basket, what I love about it, has little compartments that I can put like get ready with me items in it, whether it's makeup or dry shampoo or anything like that. All the stuff I've been harboring in the bathroom as I get ready in the bathroom, I can just move into this, put it on the vanity that is going to be in our master bedroom, and I'll be able to get ready up there. So I'm actually gonna find some purpose for this basket again, and I am very excited to have another piece of organizational decor that is not just cute, but like is actually gonna help me with like getting ready in the morning. So the next piece that I found, it's actually 2 different things. I only brought one of them up right now to show you guys, but A friend of mine had given me these old antique frames, I want to say maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and I did use them again for my shop at one point, but then they got put away into storage. I haven't had my shop in several years now, so I wasn't sure what I was going to do with these. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep them at all, but they're so stinking pretty. They're just these beautiful open antique frames, like literally just sweet and open. And I have in our current master bedroom, I actually just have an open frame on the wall like this as a piece of decor. There's nothing in it, there's no picture, it's just the wall behind it, but I feel like it adds a fun little bit of ambiance to your space without going crazy. So I think I'm gonna take these 2 frames that I found in the basement storage and put them on the wall. So there's like a stairwell going up into our current master bedroom, and it kind of wraps around, and we have a nice beautiful built-in bookcase right there, and I thought these would be really beautiful just kind of on the wall right there next to the bookcase, just kind of giving a nice vintage accent without having anything crazy going on in that space as well. So I think this is a beautiful piece, and I'm really excited to continue to use it. So this is the very last piece that I found. My grandparents actually gave this to me, goodness gracious, probably 8 years ago now, and I had grand dreams and hopes for it back then, and then never actually got to using it. So I think it is time that it finds a permanent home. I was like debating, like, do I get rid of it because I haven't actually used it, but I love it and I want to use it. So you're gonna see yourself reflected in a second, but it is this beautiful, haha, there's my camera. It is this beautiful window frame pane mirror, and they weren't using it. They didn't have any place for it in their home, so they gave it to me. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it'd be a great piece to add to our house, and then like I said, I never actually got around to finding a home for it. I might do a little bit of a thrift flipped style situation where I either sand this down or repaint it or do something with it that kind of spruces it up, but I just love it. It's massive. Yeah, there you are. It is a massive frame. It's so pretty though, and I think this is going to have a great life in our master bedroom, and I'm excited to get it up there. So thank you so much for watching today's video, this little thrift my home with me. I'm really excited to put all of these pieces into their permanent homes over the next few weeks. And in my series for my bedroom, my master bedroom makeover series that I'm in the middle of working on, a couple of weeks from now, I'm gonna have a video kind of showing you how we decorated the entire space, so you'll be able to see all of these pieces in their decorated spaces. So make sure that you subscribe and come back, keep following the channel, follow the series so that you're able to see where all of the different pieces land, where they end up. And again, like I said, I'm so grateful to have you guys here. I never take it for granted when people watch a video. I hope that you have a very blessed day, and I will see you very soon in another video. Have a great day. Bye.